Just tell us first why you guys came out today.
We're here to make a statement. We're very concerned about our country. We think we're losing our country.
Our country is going down the toilet really fast because our leaders are refusing to listen to us. They're being like tyrannical dictators.
Why push health care on people that have excellent health care? We have the best health care in the world.
Yeah.
It's all about bureaucracy. It's all about control. It's not at all about people's health.
Government can't run anything effectively, and to think that they can run health care is smoking the funny stuff.
3 words. Not good for the country. That's 5 words, not 3.
It's a pitchfork. Sure. It's made out of cardboard and it's all symbols, symbolic. It's intended that when the people get to the point where they've had enough, they grab their farm tools and they storm the castle.
What are some of your problems with the health care bill that Congress is trying to pass now?
That's not a bill. That's socialized.
What is it that your organization is opposed to in the health care bill?
Government takeover of our health care, the whole thing, scrap it.
But I mean, which specific provisions do you consider to be the government takeover?
The whole thing.
What are some of the things in it that you have problems with?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you have other problems with the health care bill?
That nice little death tax, where they would rather send you a $50 check for a blue pill, end of life pill, than pay for the necessary medical expenses.
Obamacare is euthanasia. It's rationing.
They have a curve where as you start out as a baby, you become more and more important till you get to a certain age, then you're not important anymore.
Where is this in the bill that people can find this?
I don't even know what's in the bill per se.
What is the provision in the bill that makes you concerned that they might want to kill senior citizens?
You got a real good blonde here for if you're I don't know what side you're on, but
What do you feel so passionately opposed to this bill for?
Because I'm an elderly, I'm 67, and it's going to be rationed.
But what in our bill makes you think that?
Everything there, that's the way it's going to be. It's socialized medicine, and we do not want it.
Anything specifically?
The rationing.
But I mean, where specifically in the bill do you find the rationing?
Well, I'm not actually sure, but I just heard tidbits and so forth about it, and I'm like, we don't want it.
And where is it people are hearing about the bill? Where are you hearing these things about that it's going to ration health care?
Fox News.
Go after him. He's on the top list of, he looks like he's flip-flopping, so, whoever.
Tell us about your signs here.
Okay, well, to me, he is creating Ameristan of the government, by the government, for the government.
Now, why Stan?
Well, I just think that just creating
Sounds foreign.
Yeah.
We think the government should adhere to the Constitution. When Barack Obama, I don't believes in the Constitution.
Right.
And
now, even though he was a constitutional scholar.
So, yeah, so they say.
It's against our U.S. Constitution.
Yeah.
The way these guys are going to backdoor this health care bill, it's not in, and I have a pocket Constitution here somewhere. It's in the other pocket.
The Constitution gives you your rights, but they're inalienable rights from God. Did you realize that?
Well, there are people in our country who don't believe in God. They should have rights as well.
That's correct. So if we remove God, we have no rights.
What would you like to see a healthcare reform look like?
Well, we do need health care reform. Tort reform.
Tort reform and tort reform and tort reform.
Tort reform.
Tort reform. Stop suing the pants off the doctors. That's why medical bills have to be high. Insurance.
They believe that tort reform would only lower the cost of healthcare by about 1.5%.
Well, I think it'd be more than that, really.
Based on?
I don't really know.
Independent groups have said that if we did tort reform, it would only be about 2% that we'd actually lower costs, which wouldn't do anything to bend the curve of healthcare costs.
I kind of find that hard to believe. I mean, yeah, you can skew the numbers any which way you want.
I believe that Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah actually in Hebrew, is our great physician. As we pray to him, we can be healed. Also,
do you think that the people who don't have insurance?
Natural herbs and remedies have been found even by the Indians and by the Hindus and by the Chinese to take care of a lot of our ills in a very inexpensive, affordable manner.
Do you think that it's a legitimate proposal to say that those people who don't have health insurance should seek their health care and from religious figures or from herbs or?
Well, I think that's one alternative.
Yeah. What do you think should happen with the 30 million people who don't have insurance?
I don't believe there's 30 million people that don't have insurance.
Well, what do you think about the people who don't have insurance?
There's always going to be somebody that needs help. Always. Yeah. That's just a fact of life. There's always going to be poor people.
A lot of people are basically taught generation after generation not to go out and work, not to provide for themselves. They're relying on the government.
And you think this is the situation with a lot of people who are uninsured?
Yes, I absolutely do.
What should happen to the 30 million people that don't have insurance?
Yeah.
Do you see anybody lying in the streets? They get medical care if they decide to go to a hospital.
You can go to any hospital and get health care.
I know there are places people can go. There are free clinics, there's emergency, and you can't be turned away from places like that.
Should that be our plan, to allow just to have them get their health care from emergency room, which in turn raises everyone else's health care costs?
I'm sure there should be a lot of things that could be done. I don't have all the answers. I just know government is not the answer. Give it to some private company and let them make a profit off of doing it.
The concern with that is that when they get treated with the emergency room, that cost goes back into the hospital, and then everyone has to pay for it when your insurance pays for it right now. And so that's why there's this legislative effort to get people insured.
Is it up to the government, though, to make sure that everybody has health insurance? No. I don't see that.
I challenge anybody to read that 2,000 plus bill, the first one that came out, and essentially everything that they want to do is roughly the same.
But I mean, the size of that bill is still only it remakes the largest industry in our country and re-regulates the largest industry in our country, and it's still only about the size of a couple Harry Potter books, you know.
Well, that's a great analogy, because I think if we go into that bill, that's the kind of world we'll be living in, a Harry Potter world.
Why isn't the media covering this, you know?
I hope and pray that you two young men that are majoring in journalism will take back the media, because the media are supposed to be watchdogs. You're supposed to cover, like Fox, Fair and Balanced. You're supposed to cover both sides.
Fox News, everybody else is on Obama's side.
Fox News. We recommend Fox News.
Yeah. And you brought up Glenn Beck a moment ago. Why do you think that he is such a good example for someone who's trying to speak truth?
Can I show you? Let me show you. I'm going to disrobe. Got it?
Okay, so this is, tell me about this.
This is Glenn Beck's principles that we're all trying to adhere to make a simpler policy for America.
Glenn Beck's commandments, then.
Well, no. I mean, it's all of us. We all agree.
You know, they call themselves fair and balanced, but I think that they pretty much have a conservative viewpoint, and that's the kind of information that we're looking for anyway. That's the way we believe and the way we were brought up, you know, to fend for ourselves.
Is there a concern that if people who were conservative, say, watched a conservative network, or if people who were liberal watched a liberal network, that would just reinforce their...
Right, you get what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And I'm not particularly looking for the kind of news I'd get on MSNBC.
If you know the term drinking the purple Kool-Aid, that was from back in the 70s, I believe, when the Jim Jones people they just blindly followed a leader, drinking purple Kool-Aid.